Hey, we're back. This is the 13th annual Satellites Unlimited Oscars right here at the Hebert Center in the heart of Birmingham, Alabama. We just got done with a fantastic event recognizing our Night of Champions, and they're going to be featured right here on the Lead Dog Spotlight. Let's see who's first. All right, we're here with Corporate Team Member of the Year, Kevin Parker. So, man, were you surprised to hear your name to go up on stage?
Well, kind of had the inkling, so didn't surprise me there. But
yeah. What's it kind of mean to you? Obviously, you're new in the role, but you've served in a variety of roles, right? So, as a general manager and as a high-performing technician, what does this particular award mean to you? Because you have won other Oscars in the past.
Yeah. This one means a lot because I don't have any KPIs, so I don't really have any numbers tied to my performance. So it means that apparently I impressed everybody that my performance was excellent without like having true numbers to tie to it.
Yeah. No, and I think you serve as a great mentor and example for all of us that have served in the technician role. I mean, you know, many times down at the training facility, we talk about you, right? Is that, hey, we have our data analyst is a former technician. So I think it really speaks to the opportunities. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm the first former tech to win the award. So I'm pretty...
I think you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, you should be.
Glad that I can set an example for new techs coming in.
Yeah.
Show that opportunities are abound.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So any words of advice for aspiring technicians to move up within the organization?
I think it's just communicating with your office team, discussing it, any aspirations that you have, talking to your FSM, and he can get you on track to do them. Obviously the TBS role is a really good step towards future leadership roles and stuff like that. So yeah, just you gotta let them know if you're interested. And I think you have plenty of growth opportunities in the Birmingham office. For those that may not know, we called him the Professor, and I don't know if he likes that nickname or not. I think it kind of sticks around corporate, but the Professor, Kevin Parker, he's our Corporate Team Member of the Year. Kevin, thank you so much for coming on here and joining me. It's a pleasure, and it was an honor and a privilege to see you walk on stage. So. We are with Josh Jones out of Albertville. He is our winner. Actually, 2 Oscars you won this year, right? So, and Josh, you were hired in April of 2024, correct? April 1st.
So you're a fairly brand new tech, but you were able to walk away with not only the OSS top 10, but also the Rising Star.
Yeah, it was very surprised, that's for sure.
So what, were you surprised to hear your name on stage?
A little bit, yeah. But I know that every time that I go into a customer's home, I am helping them out, finding the best solutions for them, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, so what kind of obstacles, especially as a new technician, right? I think you can provide a lot of insight for a new tech. What kind of obstacles did you face? I mean, you obviously overcame them to win 2 Oscars tonight in the first year.
Yeah,
Satellites Unlimited.
So the only obstacle I've really had was pretty much not knowing what's underneath people's houses. So, I mean, no obstacle I had to go through, really.
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, it could be anything, right? I can remember when I was brand new, one of the first crawl spaces I went into, there was an electric fence under there, believe it or not. Oh, no, you were talking critters and nastiness.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, did you have a fear of getting underneath?
No, I knew what I was going in for, especially, doing all this for my kids, for my family. That's the main purpose of me going in and doing these jobs is to make sure they're well taken care of.
Yeah, I love that. And how about as far as somebody serving as a mentor or leader throughout this journey, being new to Satellites Unlimited? Has anybody been kind of a mentor or leader to you?
Definitely. One of the best leaders for me is definitely Josh Webb.
Josh,
yeah.
Your FSM?
FSM. He is my FSM. He's done a tremendous job on helping me out, on getting me where I need to be, and showing me some techniques that actually made made my thing speed up. So I got in there and got out.
And it doesn't hurt that he has a great sense of humor, too, right? He can make you laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
Josh has to make me laugh when I would go up there on Fridays to the office. So he's great. So that's so good to have you here.
Oh yeah,
it was to walk away in your first year. What a heck of an accomplishment to win 2 Oscars. So congrats to you, sir. Thanks for joining us here today. Really appreciate you. All right, I am with Christopher Lucas out of the Gainesville location. He was the winner of a Rising Star Award. We already saw Mr. Joshua Jones out of Albertville, who also won the award. So, Christopher, congratulations first and foremost. What does this award mean to you?
Honestly, it's a lie because I really wasn't expecting it.
You weren't?
Nah, I was at work one day, got a phone call, and I was told to check my email, and then I was told I was coming to the Oscars. I didn't even know what for, honestly.
Yeah. How do you like the beautiful city of Birmingham and the venue?
It's different.
A little different, isn't it?
Totally different.
There you go. Well, let me ask you this. So, like, especially for a new technician, if you can give because you're fairly new yourself, right? Was
Yes, sir. About 7 months.
August of 2024?
August 2024.
So, what kind of advice would you give a new technician, starting here on, kind of pursuing what you accomplished tonight and being a rising star?
You'll have your rough days, you'll have your good days. With the rough, just keep your head up and keep going because eventually you'll succeed. So.
Yeah, I love that, man. Perseverance, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, how do you, let me ask you this, is that how you stay motivated on the really tough days?
For the most part, when it's tough, I ain't gonna lie, it is hard. Sometimes I do want to quit, but I just keep pushing through because I know there's better days. So.
Yeah. A heck of an achievement, winning an Oscar in literally less than 7 months of being here. Christopher Lucas out of Gainesville. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. All right. Well, I have a lot of familiarity with this young man right here, Mr. Andy Loera out of Birmingham, walking away with 2 Oscars tonight, including TDS Top 2. And what was the other one you got? I don't know. Top 15. Top 15 tech, being one of the most well-rounded techs. That's right, because I was pointing out on the list the 3 part-time CTIs were all top 15 techs up there. And so I have a lot of familiarity with Andy. Andy walked in my office one day looking for a job, and we came to an agreement together. You interviewed me, I interviewed you, and it's been a beautiful marriage. Well, maybe not as beautiful as the marriage to Carla, but it's been a beautiful marriage since, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is your 3rd Oscar. How did you feel when you saw your name on the top 15 list? Let's start there.
That one was a shock to me. I knew I was good, but I didn't think I was that good.
Yeah.
I saw that name and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I looked at my wife.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go.
Here we go. I love it. So look, it's so nice to see you guys. That's what this night is about is for you guys to be recognized for your achievements, because it is a very tough job, and being a trainer doesn't make it any easier either, right? So I was very proud to be able to introduce that award and call your name. So let me ask you this, as far as like a new hire, what are some of the techniques, what are some of the things that you consider to be a key foundation to provide a new trainee with the foundation for a successful career?
Oh man, gotta set a goal. Have to set a goal. I don't care what it is, whether you're trying to be a first-time homeowners, buying a new vehicle, getting married, something like that. You got to shoot for a goal, because if you don't have a goal, then you can't succeed and get to the performance that you want to get to.
Yeah.
So for me, when I train a new guy, I probe them with many questions. What are you looking to do here? How long do you plan on being here? And what are your goals? And the goals being the biggest thing for me, because if you've got goals, you can achieve anything.
Yeah. And I think you can really speak to that, right? You came to this organization with, wanting to achieve things in your personal life. And I think that certainly makes you relatable to, the folks that you're bringing on. And one thing I don't want to underestimate is kind of the heart, compassion, and kindness that you approach with your trainees. Like, I know that those guys reach out to you a good bit, do they not?
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Willing to pick up the phone, answer any questions, even drive out and help them out.
Yeah, and many times that can lead to lasting friendships, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Show somebody a trade. So, super happy for you tonight. It was obviously nice to see your bride. It's almost like you've grown up right in front of me, So, super happy for you, Andy. Thanks for coming on here today.
Thank you, Grant.
All right, so we got Mr. Ryan Hebert out of the Baton Rouge location, who was honored as a top 15 technician.
Yes, sir.
Right, we've seen Ryan honored many times in the past. You're a 6-time Oscar winner.
Sure.
Yeah, you doing the math in your head, real?
I kind of added up.
I'm pretty sure it's 6, and one of the most important being the Roddy L. McKinney Lead Dog Award winner in 2022.
Absolutely.
And so you've really been honored for being very well-rounded. What's the secret to being a well-rounded technician?
Well, Dad always told me growing up, if you can't be the best at one thing, you better be pretty good at a lot of things. So there you go. Just well-rounded. Just cover all the bases. But, I mean, honestly, I owe it to the experience I've had here, the drive that my parents brought me up on, the support I have at home, great leaders that I've had here, like yourself. It just keeps me pushing, keeps me wanting to be better, and here we are,
Yeah.
top 15. So
Top 15. So what kind of skills or habits have you developed through the years, through the varying levels of experience? Like you said, you were an FSM for a long period of time, right? Been a general manager at the organization, and definitely a superstar technician. So what kind of skills or habits have you developed that have made you so successful in that tech role?
a lot of it has been learning to understand customers from the time you reach out to them on the phone till the time you walk out the door, and past that, just learning to understand people and their needs and their wants and how to make them happy and how to, wow your customers. I mean, that's it. Find likenesses and form a bond.
Yeah.
And we're friends beyond, you got your customer, but they feel you as a friend, and that's how you get success. So
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, probably one of the most relatable guys I've ever met my whole entire life. And one of the most fun guys. I can remember when you were an FSM in the Birmingham office, he had, and Passionate would love this, by the way, is you had an idea to do an Easter egg hunt, and Arista was 100% against it. It's listed that our own men are not going to go in the warehouse with an Easter basket, and sure enough, grown men
Banging on the doors. Let us in. We want to find our Easter egg.
also the pumpkins that were in the pumpkins. So, look, I think, your personality, I think your sense of humor, I think all those things being very relatable, sharing commonalities definitely, is an ingredient to that, recipe for success for you, without questioning, with customers, with,
Co-workers,
with
leaders.
technicians,
Yeah, 100%.
with managers. Absolutely. So, well, it's really good to see you, and, man, I'm so proud. I'm probably more proud of you for that young lady over there than I am for anything else,
Me too.
So,
Appreciate it.
very, very good to see both of y'all. Thank you for making the trip. And Ryan Hebert, 6-time Oscar Award winner, very decorated here at Satellite Limited, without question.
Thank you.
One of 3 people here that has won a Roddy L. McKinney Lead Dog Award.
We're still in it.
Yep. So I believe it's Foster and Goodwin and you. Is that it? All right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're not seeing a ghost. Casey Goodwin is live here and in person out of a Jackson location, the most decorated technician we have in Satellites Unlimited history. I don't know if you knew that or not, Casey.
I didn't know. Tech of the month, I knew that.
Yep, 73 tech of the months.
Yeah.
29 tech of the quarters. You have so many so many numbers to memorize. I believe that is 24 Oscars, and you have not had less than 3, and I don't know if you know this, you have not had less than 3 since before 2019.
Really?
That's correct, yeah. And you're the first back-to-back Roddy L. McKinney Lead Dog Award winner, because again, they created the precedent to, that could be awarded to the same person multiple times. Such an honor, right? So, you know, you have your 2019 Roddy Al McKinney, you have your 2023, and now a 2024, the first 3-time winner ever.
That's crazy.
How would that make you
I
feel?
wasn't expecting it at all. I didn't know, I didn't know if I could even get it 3 times, but
Yeah.
it's awesome.
How does, were you surprised to hear your name?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know my numbers are good. You know, I mean, I do my best, to make sure of that. But I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to keep you here a little bit longer because we know that, we can only nab you every so many years. So it really, really was good to see you and is good to see you today here. What kind of words of advice would you give to other technicians that may want to kind of be in the Casey Goodwin spot?
Just, I don't know. Put everything into it, Like if I try not to take any shortcuts. I don't want any trouble calls. I don't want to lose bonus once. That's just money in your pocket, and I don't know. You just gotta do. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know. Just do the best you can. Basically.
Well, you do way more than the best you can. So what you do is absolutely elite. And I was super proud to be able to announce your name as a TDS Top 2. And it's so nice to have the most decorated team member in Satellites Unlimited history teaching our new folks. Is there any kind of tips that you would give on, creating that foundation of success for a new person, or any kind of words of advice for them? What are some of the things you do that make you so successful?
Like I said, just doing, not skipping anything. Try not to take any shortcuts. Put everything you can into it. So,
yeah, absolutely. Casey Goodwin, a man of very few words, but you know what? Actions speak louder than words. And Casey, you're just you're an absolute superstar and have been for a very long time. So let's go through the awards tonight. We had a TDS Top 2, we had a Top 15, right? We had an OSS Top 10, and then what is the last one I'm missing out on?
the McKinney.
The Roddy L. McKinney Lead Dog Award winner. Already alluded to it. So, so that's four awards tonight. So do you plan on being here next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I will be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we hope to see you.
Yeah.
All right. I am with Chattanooga's Austin Payne. He was a recipient of the 2024 FSM Team Member of the Year, and this is the second year in a row, right, Austin?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this: How does this award? What do you? If you could sum up this achievement in one word, how would you sum it up?
You can say payoff.
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 And in what way?
It just lets me know that the hard work, the dedication, and honestly stress, it's worth it. Getting to come here and be around all these other top performers, and see the way that the company treats top performers too. It's a good payoff in my opinion.
Yeah, two consecutive years winning the FSM of the Year award. So as far as like leading others, what are some of the methodologies that you kind of do up there in Chattanooga to kind of rally the team and motivate the team?
I just try to be personal. I try to talk to each team member as if like we're on the same level. I try to talk to them, first name basis, all that kind of stuff, and just I remember things that they do in their life, and
Nice.
I just try to make sure that it's not like I'm overbearing on them and stuff like that. Not every conversation we have is me getting on to them, telling them to do better at this and that. The majority of our conversations are us just talking about things. And then when it takes more stock when I call them and say, hey, you're kind of messing up here. We need to improve this. So
Yeah, so taking the time to communicate with them,
yeah.
invest yourself personally into their life, And also, it sounds like you're also helping them to kind of navigate through those very many KPIs as a technician.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember when I first started, it was tough, very tough, especially if you don't have anybody to talk to, and figure out what you need to do better. It's very tough. And so that's the things I want to avoid for newer technicians coming in is, let them know they have an outlet to go to, someone to talk to them.
Beautiful.
With that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that FSM technician relationship is so instrumental to, kind of having a good office, a good organization. That culture up there in Chattanooga has certainly changed through the years, and you are a big part of it. Congratulations on the win tonight, sir.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, Austin. All right, I am joined here by Mobile's Demetrius Williams, Mobile's Shanka Bridges, and Montgomery's Herb Gary. We got the trio up here. Herb, this is your first time at the Oscars. How does it feel to be here?
Loving it, man. First time ever in 18 years. Yeah, I dedicate myself. I said I'm coming, and I'm here. I got the taste up. Don't turn it back down.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to have Herb in the house. Again, first time Oscar. He was recognized for his tenure. Herb, you were hired in 2006, correct?
That is correct.
So what is that? I'm not great at math. 19 years?
18.
18 years? 18 years. So recognized, so hard to, kind of stay at an organization for a long period of time in any industry, but much less from a technician perspective. So let's go to Mr. Shanka Bridges. Also, this is Shanka's second time winning an Oscar. He was a Team Safety Award winner a few years back, and he was recognized for tenure tonight as well. I can remember we had Shanka on the podcast with Mr. Roddy at your 20 year. Where are we at now? Because 2002, 23? It'll be 23 years? 23 years. So how'd you feel to have your name announced for the tenure award tonight?
It makes you feel good because this is my old stomping ground. This is where everything started, and it was a lot of fun, lots of fun.
Yeah, and I could see both. Shanka and Herb, walking over there and talking to Mr. Roddy, Mrs. Janice. That was so beautiful to have them in the house tonight. It really was. And going to Demetrius, it's funny. I can remember back in 2013 when, as we talked about in the ceremony, is that, if you sold a screen cleaner, you were a hero, right? Back that, 2011, but in 2013, we didn't recognize a top 10 or a top 5.
Right.
We recognized a sole winner for on-site sales, and that was you. And you were sitting at Mr. Roddy's table that night. I can remember I was sitting with my dad. And and it's funny, I believe you're a six-time winner. Many times your name has been called for OSS and those types of things. So how did it feel to have your name announced tonight?
Well, of course, I was sitting next to a four-time winner, racking it up next to me, Mr. Goodwin. So it felt good to share the wealth, if you would call it, and getting the award on a regular basis like that lets you know that your performance is steadily being recognized. And having to share it with friends of mine together like this, it was amazing. You couldn't ask for any better. This is definitely the way you want to do it.
It really is a portion of the dream team here at Satellites Unlimited. These three gentlemen right here. So let me ask you this: Shanka, are you still doing car commercials, sir? Any of those? Do we have any new ones coming out, or?
It's kind of thing of the past right now.
Okay, but I got you.
I still listen to them.
There you go. So, Demetrius and Herb, you recently were enrolled in our new TechScape training, right? Obviously, an instrumental piece of our ESOP in trying to bridge the gap on the McKinney Communications umbrella, right? Create that strong brand. So, how's TechScape going?
Oh, excellent. So far, so good. I haven't got my feet wet yet, but I'm ready to get my feet wet. I'm ready to go.
Good. And we got some up-and-coming projects coming up, and we also see that, you can be as good as Grayling And, that's some things that we're going to shoot for, because I know as competitors, Herb is and myself, we want to try to, follow up in Grayling's footsteps.
I did want to note too, Demetrius, I don't want to look past the fact that you did, because I didn't say it on camera, but you deserve for it to be said on camera. And if I have to look at my notes, so be it, that you were recognized for OSS top 10 tonight and as a top 15 tech, being very well-rounded. As far as the top 15 tech, and you've been recognized a lot in the past for that, right? You left, came back, right? And you're back on top of the mountain. How does it feel?
So for me, it's a simple process. Just follow the same constant connections that you would do in anything you do it to the best of your ability, and you'll get the same results. So if I'm following the same processes over and over, customers are happy, the company's happy, I'm happy, the house is happy. So it's a good feeling to know that the work you're doing is being recognized. Only excellent work is excellent results.
When you love what you do, take pride in your work.
It shows.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look, I'm humbled and so fortunate just to be in the presence of 3 strong men, 3 strong family men.
Old school.
And yeah, for sure, it's the old guard. That's what they call us. And it's such a pleasure to have all 3 of you guys. And I hope you have a good night down there, and I don't cause too much ruckus. This is a heck of a crew for an after party too, I will mention right here. Anybody looking for a fun time, go to the table downstairs where Shanka, Demetrius, and Herb are. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you. So good to see you.
Absolutely.
Have fun down there. So, hey, we are joined by David Coleman out of our Birmingham office. David is the winner of his first 2 Oscars tonight. David, you were hired in 2023, is that correct? So you haven't been here long, and to walk away with a top 15 tech, as well as the Lead Dog Safety Award, how did that make you feel hearing your name up there on stage?
Honestly, it was a great honor. First off, just to be recognized for hard work, as it's always appreciative, and getting your name called just gives you that feeling like, hey, I'm doing something that actually people are recognizing, makes you feel good.
Yeah, as it should. This is what makes this event so great every year, is recognizing the achievements of others. So talk about some of the obstacles and struggles, or just your journey in general to get to where you are today, for somebody that may be looking at you and say, hey, I kind of want to be in that spot.
So there's always a ton of obstacles, and I could list a bunch of them, but realistically it comes down to myself. And I think that's a lot of people, is trying to overcome their fears and their limitations. Maybe it's talking to people, maybe it's crawling around under stuff, maybe it's doing stuff when nobody's looking, that integrity. But, for the most part, it's just surrounding yourself with a good network of people that can help you. And like my FSM, my manager, all those people, my trainer, Andy, they've all, yeah, absolutely. They've all been there, and they've all taken care of me and built me up in different ways and helped me. And they've helped fill in the gaps that I may have had. And, I couldn't have done it without them guys.
Oh, I love hearing that. And how did it feel to hear, speaking of Andy, how did it feel to hear his name called as a TDS of the year tonight?
Honestly, probably the same way he felt when he heard my name. It made me proud because, as one of his trainees, like I was a part of, obviously he did the main part of it. He trained us, he brought us up. It's all on him. But I'm thankful that I was able to stick around and, carry on some of the teachings that Andy had given me and everything, and really show how amazing he is.
Yeah, he is amazing. Somebody else that is super amazing that I know we're going to interview here in a bit is Grayling Freeman. I know you've, worked very closely with Grayling. How did it make you feel seeing Grayling recognized as the TechScape Technician of the Year?
Oh, absolutely nobody else. It couldn't have been anybody else. I mean, he's
He's been there from the beginning. He's done stuff that I don't think anybody else could have. He walked through the fire so we could all run after him and not get burned. I mean, he really deserved it in every sense.
Love it.
He's
Love
great.
it. So, for those that may not be aware, David, Mr. Coleman, works on a lot of Techscape projects in and around Birmingham and in other places. And hey, we appreciate you building that side of the business. We appreciate you being so vigilant on your journey to success. We've seen you come through the training facility, and now you're here at the Oscars, big man. What a ride.
It's been great. I'm super thankful to Dish side of things, especially to Techscape. Love Techscape to death. Love Andy and Alex, all my teammates. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Thankful for every opportunity. Just glad to be here.
Love it. Well, David, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
All right, I am joined by, I was going to say Birmingham's Grayling Freeman, but Grayling, you've transferred over to, you won Techscape Technician of the Year for 2024. You won an Oscar. It's your third Oscar. So you're just kind of a part of the Techscape team at this point. How did that make you feel being honored with that first award ever given out?
I don't know. It's not really me. It's a team. There's a bunch of us that's starting to make this happen. I'm glad. I'm happy to have it, but it's a team effort. All my guys, all guys from Mobile, guys from Birmingham, from all the different offices. That's what makes this happen. Yeah. Me being by myself, that's one thing, but those guys make everything move.
Yeah. Yeah. So, look, I think I think we may look back on this and say this is a historic moment when we talk about the company that's being built. And we've already had previous techs come up here and just really, throw a lot of compliments your way for your leadership, your mentorship. How does that make you feel that you're helping to shape the careers of so many?
That's part of it. It's making a culture that when anybody steps over, they feel comfortable. Everybody feels like they're part of the team. My job is to make everybody be successful, even if it's following my role, even if it's mentoring them on or off the job site. I want these guys to feel like once you come over here, the Techscape is just like being over on the SUI side. It's like being in DES. It's like being any part of McKinney communications. It's seamless. And so it just makes it feel good that guys can say, hey, I had a good guy that looked out for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you're a 3-time Oscar winner. It's funny because the previous 2 times that you were recognized at the Oscars, it was as an FSM. So in 2013 and 2014, you were, selected as an FSM of the year, right? So you have served in a variety of roles at our organization through the years. And, you're still kind of keeping strong, mentoring and leading others. How would you say those Huntsville years of being an FSM helped to shape your career?
Those were challenging times because there was a lot of regime change.
Yeah.
And a lot of roles that I had to take on, a lot of hats I had to wear during those transitions, even though I didn't know how to do those. But, what our core concept was adapt. So now when we do anything in Techscape, it's just like adapting. Some parts don't come in, we adapt. We just pivot, and showing guys how to pivot is my biggest thing. And I take pride in seeing everybody that's part of Techscape thrive. Those guys are doing, if they do better, I do better. So if on and off in the field, just seeing those guys do better makes me better.
Definitely. Yeah, hey, we're thankful for your leadership, and this is nothing new. One thing I want to make very clear is this is not something that just like happened overnight. You've been leading others for a very long time, and we're very thankful for having your leadership, especially in building this new venture that we're on together. And yeah, man, I mean, we have some moments ourselves, right, at the Birmingham office together, and And, you can tell when these guys come up here and when they talk about you, they glow a little bit. Yeah, that should really warm your heart,
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Those guys are part of the structure. Yeah, I might be. You can say I'm the leader, but I'm just there to help them see a vision that they may not see.
Yeah.
When you're too close to the project, you miss everything. I'm that guy that says, "Hey, back up a little bit. Look what we achieved. Look what you've achieved. You can do."
Yeah.
When you're that close to the project, you get frustrated, you get upset. I'm that guy that says, "Hey, step back.
Yeah.
We'll come back at it later. We'll figure a different way to angle it."
There you go.
And that makes the guys less stressed out. They make them happy. They want to do more.
Love it. Well, man, you got a whole entourage here waiting for to party with you, man. Hey, before we let you go, one last thing. If you want to let the audience know out there just something they may not know about you, throw something out there.
I'm kind of like open book, just ask. My wife is the biggest supporter.
I love it. Too many times we, the support system for our techs and everything, like the wives, the spouses, even the kids, is that they deserve recognition too on a night like tonight because, family units working together, being cohesive, having that bond. I tend to think that correlates to success at work, if that makes sense. So it sounds like your wife is your biggest supporter. So yes. That's awesome, man. So, hey, why don't you go dancing with your wife? She deserves it. When's the last time you danced with her, you crazy kid?
Yep.
All right, Grayling. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today, man. It's an honor, pleasure, as always, brother.
Yes, sir.
I am joined by area manager Mike James. Mike manages the Monroe location, Jackson location, Hattiesburg, Mobile, and Baton Rouge. Mike, you are, this is not new for you winning in Office of the Year. However, it is with a new team, right? We had since 2022 and 2021 with the Monroe teams, back-to-back championships. Last year was Meridian. This year it was Hattiesburg.
Yes, sir. Totally
New team. How do you feel tonight?
It's great. It is great to get to work with this group of guys. Put a good group together. It's just hard to explain.
Well, I think you're super humble because under the guise of your leadership, 3 out of the past 4 Office of the Year championships come, with you at the helm, big guy. So, I love it. I love the fact that you are edifying your team.
Yes, sir.
But you are definitely at the controls of the ship. Right. And we're going to get your team on here. They're certainly not going to be left out. What kind of obstacles or challenges, can maybe you discuss about, that help shape the journey for an Office of the Year championship?
This year has been really rough with the reduced head count, the restructuring, the reduced work order count, introducing new work order types. So this team has been more adaptable than we've had to be in the past. This group here that we have, I can't say enough about them. I can't. You can see they've won multiple Oscars by themselves.
Yeah.
And they won this.
Yeah.
I had to guide a little bit, but they made my job very easy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Look, it definitely takes a team. So, but look, hey, we're gonna honor your team and give them the attention they deserve, man.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for joining us, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome to see you as always.
Good seeing you.
I am joined by Hattiesburg's Russell Patton. They were recently crowned the 2024 Office of the Year. They have claimed that crown. That is the first championship for Hattiesburg. You've been a part of Hattiesburg for quite some time, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the technician role and transitioned over to the FSM role.
Yes, sir.
What do you attribute the success of the Hattiesburg office and what y'all were able to achieve collectively as a group in 2024?
Obviously our warehouse manager is taking care of our techs. He moved to Jackson. He's Kenny now.
Kenny Walters, let's give him a shout out. Yeah, we love Kenny.
He definitely helped contribute to it. That obviously is just taking care of our techs, making sure they're good, make sure they what they need.
Yep.
Doing what we can to support them, and they're what helped us get here. That's what made us officers of the year.
Yeah, yeah, and we're gonna have those three guys. That's three wild personalities we're gonna bring on. Hey, my question is, how do you manage that? All right, there, a John Richert, a Joseph Foster, and a Justin Boyd. That's a pretty wild crew. How do you manage that?
Well, Foster pretty much does it himself. He's been here for a long time. He knows how to manage himself.
Yeah.
Boyd, just offer him food.
Oh, Boyd, he's a foodie.
Yeah. All right. Raising Cane's to be exact.
Raising Cane's.
And John, you just got to talk to him. Make sure you take care of him.
Gotcha.
Make sure you're there. You help him what he needs your help with. Other than that, he's good. He's self-sustained.
Love it. Love it. Let me ask you this. Because of your recent transition from a technician to an FSM, what kind of obstacles or challenges did you face through that transition? Or were there none? Was it just seamless?
So this time it was, because I had previously been at MIT for 6 months with Ryan Rogers. He taught me a lot when I was in the office with him. Mainly just had to make sure I was going out and doing my job, to make sure I was taking care of the technicians, doing what they needed me to do. Warehouse-wise, technician, get them equipment, make sure they were rewarded for doing good, make sure they was doing their job good, bring them lunch when they need, and discipline them when they needed to be disciplined.
Yeah, I hear you. Sounds good. Well, we're going to bring on this crazy crew now, Rod. Hey, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight, and congratulations on the Office of the Year Championship. It's a big thing, because we had previous conversations. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, congrats, bud. Enjoy the night. You're a champion. All right, I am joined by the three amigos out of the Hattiesburg location. They are champions tonight. Boy, I tell you what, this is a wild crew. You have John Richert. Ignore the name tag. It says Mobile. He's not. He's from Hattiesburg. We affectionately call him the Terminator. That's right. We have Justin Boyd making a first-time appearance. So great to have Justin here tonight. And then we have a very decorated winner. We have Mr. Joseph Foster, 13-time Oscar winner. A winner of the Roddy L. McKinney Lead Dog Award in 2016, 67 Tech of the Month. So look, we have but you know, talking to Russell, talking to Mike, it was all about team, right? And John, me and you were sitting at the table together. You know what? This one means more to me than any other one. Why is that?
Well, we're all up here for individual awards, but the Office of the Year is everybody. Us three couldn't have done it. It took an effort from all of our technicians, and we all worked with our technicians. You know, the young ones, the senior ones that didn't perform, we all worked with them trying to get them to the next level. And we all made that phone call to make them such a better technician.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love, we were talking about when we have technicians talking about technician development in office, hey, the mindset is where it needs to be. This is the first Office of the Year championship ever. Joseph, I don't even know why I'm calling you Joseph. I mean, here we go. So, but Mr. Foster, what does it mean to you as many years? You've been here since what, 2010?
2010.
Okay, so you've been here a long time. What does that mean to you to finally see Hattiesburg rise to the top? Because I think Hattiesburg was an office for the first time in 2010, if I'm correct.
Yeah. So, I've won plenty of awards. I think I won each award that was available. But to see the team with me, strive and reach this goal has been probably the best.
Yeah.
I've made my mark, but to see the people around me that I work with and talk to daily be able to reach that mark too, that's been awesome.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's a definitely the theme in in Hattiesburg. It's all about the team. It's all about tech development. And heck, that's only what we got from senior leader here, Mr. Foster in the Terminator. But we have, a dirty bird in the back to get to, Mr. Justin Boyd out of Hattiesburg. Your first time at the Oscars. What do you think of the event so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I had a lot of fun here.
You had a lot of fun?
Yes, sir.
And the night's still young, right?
That's right.
So, look, you guys...
So what does it mean, Office of the Year to you?
Yeah. Well, so like John said, we were making them calls to the younger guys and even some of the older ones that just, I don't know, couldn't piece it together. And we helped them piece it together. And here we are today.
Yeah. And I know that while the focus has been team, I did want to kind of highlight what you guys won individually tonight. So, John, you walked away with 2 awards individually tonight. Go ahead and tell us what those were.
So it was on-site sales and top performance. It is a mindset. It is a mindset. And I go out there each and every job trying to make sure the customer has the greatest experience that I can give them. So, and it translated into an award tonight. And I'm lucky.
You love it. Love it. Justin, how about you?
Yeah, I got top performer.
Top 15 tech, right? So top 15 in the company. That's a huge achievement. Were you surprised to kind of hear your name announced for top 15 tech?
Not really.
Yeah.
Because I thrive to be a top tech. So I got these 2 guys that help guide me. And we help each other out and push each other through the road for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're aiming to be here next year?
I am here every year. So I'm just chasing this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, look, between him and Casey Goodwin, you go whichever route you want to go. 24 Oscars and 13 Oscars and 67, 73. You guys kill it month in and month out. Joe, if you could give what is your secret to kind of just being consistent day in and day out in the technician role?
Well, you just said it, consistency. So that's getting up with the same mindset every day, going to bed with the same mindset every day, and executing every day. It's not, it's more than just what it says, it takes that extra effort, every customer, every job, every morning and every night. My family also helps set me up for success as well. The days I get home late, my wife covers me. Days I get home late, she's definitely a big part of it. So
yeah, we've had a lot of tributes to wives, spouses, significant others tonight. Certainly awesome to see, and something that we should be highlighting and recognizing on a night such as this. On a personal note, I did want to point out that all 3 of you have bow ties. So I want to know, was this coordinated beforehand?
So I've always wanted to wear one. He said he was wearing one, and then we convinced him to wear one.
Look at that. It took that.
And with that was a team effort.
That's right. That's
All right. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. I am joined by Birmingham's Wesley Brewer. Wesley, this is your first time at the Oscars, is it not?
Yes, absolutely.
Crazy to think, if I'm not mistaken, you were hired in August of last year?
August of 23.
2023. You were part of that one of the first groupings with the TDS program. And so was there anybody that was a mentor or leader as you kind of pursued the journey?
Absolutely. Like you just said, my TDS, Andy Loera, without him, wouldn't have anything. He really stuck with it and helped me out just not only the 2 weeks. He carried farther than that. Anytime I ever had any help, he would, if I reached out to him, he'd let me know and just help me along the way and really secured, me into Satellites Unlimited, pretty much.
I love it. I love it. And we've heard so much of that tonight when we talk about mentorship and leadership. And Andy is saying, how did it make you feel to see him win a TDS of the Year award?
It made me feel good. I hope it made him feel good. That we have a joke in the BHAM office that we're all his children. Because there's several of us that he trained, so we mess with him like that. But no, it was awesome to see him up there and to see, us continue his legacy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how it should be. And, I was certainly proud to see the the guys that we come in there part-time at the training facility, all 3 guys are on that top 15 list. What did you think about
Yes,
that?
sir. I like that. That's I was talking to Keith earlier, and that's what he said. All the CTI guys are up there and really supporting it, repping it, and showing that we can do it and help train as well. You know?
Exactly. Now let me ask you this: you chose suspenders on your outfit today, and I wanted to ask you if that was in tribute to Noah Payne.
No, not at all. You know, suspenders, anybody, you kind of, in life, when you reach almost 30, you kind of gotta, you make a decision whether you're a belt guy or suspenders. So I guess I'm suspenders.
Suspenders guy. Look at that. You heard it here first. So it looks like you were, you're joined with somebody here today. And who did you bring along with you?
I brought my wife. We've been married. Oh gosh, I should have said that. We've been married about 2.5 years, and she is pregnant right now, and we're due with our 3rd kid in about a month. So
about a month. Well, congratulations on that, and congratulations, young lady, on that, Cassidy. So yeah, you know, that's another thing that's been great tonight about interviews is just the, you know, the tribute of like spouses and significant others, you know, providing that support. So, you know, family guy, Wesley, Brewer, this will be child number
3.
3, right? Okay. So let me ask you this: what would you attribute kind of like your success? You know, just especially early on. I know you talked about Andy's leadership, being a mentor early on in the process, obviously contributed. But was there anything else?
Well, of course, Andy, you know, like I said, without him, nothing could have really got accomplished. But to carry forward with that, I would say it's really an overall the culture of Birmingham under David Weaver. Birmingham is just, if anybody ever has any issues in the office or any help, you can reach out to each other, whether it's on the job, not on the job. It's just a culture of working together and really supporting each other. But then my FSM, Cody Miller, too. That guy, he's been there just like Andy the whole way through. If I have any issues, he's there helping me. Just really a support network that I couldn't have done any of it without Cody, without the Birmingham, all the techs, and David, all the support system, and then with Andy. So really, it's all a combination of those 3.
Love it. Love it. Well, I certainly do appreciate you doing this interview. And again, we appreciate all that you do. And congratulations on your first Oscar win. Only a year and a half after starting here at Satellites Unlimited. Absolutely super impressive. So y'all be safe on your ride home. And Wesley, I'll you know, see you around.
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. All right, we are ready to close out the night. It's been a fantastic event here at the Hebert Center in Birmingham, Alabama for the 13th annual Satellites Unlimited Oscars. I am joined by CEO Josh Meeks and COO Kevin Pihl. Gentlemen, I'll, you know, ask you as a group and you can answer individually, but how did you feel about tonight? Was tonight a little bit different? How do you feel about the event in general?
Well, I thought the event has been fantastic so far. It's always truly humbling to be able to come and sit in a room full of people who just, quite frankly, are really, really good at what they do. And that's humbling to be around. We love recognizing them. We want to thank everybody out there, challenge everybody out there. What do you need to do to get here? We want you here, but man, I'll tell you what, there is some talent in that room, and it's very, very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, you hit the nail on the head. Look, speaking is not a challenge for myself. It's something that comes naturally. Look, I'm comfortable walking down the hallway at work just talking to myself out loud. But when I get up and have the opportunity to speak in front of a group like this group, I've got to tell you, it's a sense of pressure that I've never felt in my life. And I say this every year, annually at this event. I step all over words, I confuse things, I forget things, I get off a track. And it's a respect thing because I'm looking at the level of talent that is accumulated in this room, and I'm like, this is our business, right? Like this is the brand, and they do it at such an elite level. Sometimes it's quite frankly overwhelming, and it's a little hard to just put into words and control emotions. So, you know, I think we're getting kind of past that now. We've had our awards, we've had our dinner. Now everybody's able to kind of unbutton a little bit. have some fun, relax, and just go say thank you and have some fellowship and camaraderie. So it's going to be a great night. Just getting started.
Yeah, I think that is one of the greatest things about tonight is the ability to connect outside of work and, you know, really kind of delve into maybe the personal side that you wouldn't otherwise find out about. But when you're sitting at a table and it's very diverse and you're having those types of conversations, you know, we just have the ability to connect more. It's funny, you were talking about, you know, just recognition, you know, having folks come up here on this platform, man, there was so much recognition giving back in the form of leadership and, you know, spouse recognition and, you know, just to the family supporting them in everything that they do. And, you know, we've heard things like tech development at the office level and just having a vested interest in others. How does that make you feel when I say that to you?
Well, when you see the room like you do tonight, you realize what people can accomplish. And ultimately, our job as leaders, as FSMs, as corporate support staff, our job is to put people in a position to succeed. And we've got to do a better job of that, right? We've got a lot of good talent, but we also have a lot of good opportunity out there. And I'm really excited about what we've got going on. We've had some tremendous wins early in 2025, but trust me, folks, there's a lot more coming. We're working on a lot of things right now. You're going to see better communication from us. You're going to see more, and then we're going to keep you updated on what we're doing. And hopefully that ultimately pays dividends. And what does that mean? That means that more people have a chance to be successful, and we can do stuff that really changes people's lives. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. That's why we get up. That's why we come to work. We want to change people's lives. So we got to do a little bit better job of that, but I'm excited about where we're going.
I love it. You know, such an inspiring message as we close out the night. You know, and Kevin, you were talking about, you know, where the lights shine brightest in there and just really being intimidated, or maybe it's a little overwhelming when the crowd, I can remember in 2016 going up on stage and like a deer in the headlights. It's absolutely, you know, intimidating. And I just think that speaks to the level of respect that, you know, we have for the folks that are really, when you think about it, you know, they've built the Satellites Unlimited brand on their back, and we're building Techscape the same way, right?
100%. You know, it's funny too. I mean, Josh, he captures so much of it in what he said, but the one thing I'll add, one of the common themes that you heard tonight, yeah, you have to use a number to gauge success, but guys, we really don't focus as much on the number, and it came up over and over and over that when you get those leadership things right, those core value related things right, you know, what are you doing when somebody's not watching, right? Your ability to adjust or pivot when things change or the request is different. Those are the folks right there. And then it just becomes proof of their product, proof of their ethos and what makes them up in the number as a lagging indicator as to the foundation of who they are. So, yeah, it's special, man. That's why tonight's such a special night.
Fantastic. Well, it's, you know, it's a pleasure to have you guys up here. Now, I heard that there was a game of cornhole that transpired before you walked over here. I would like to hear just the details, maybe even just a winner or loser.
I mean, it was just a nice friendly competition, couple versus couple. So Kevin and his lovely wife versus mine and my lovely wife. And I will be happy to report that we did win by 6 points. So there's one more award to give out for the evening. It's the Lead Dog Cornhole Award, and I will happily accept it.
There you go. I can't think of any better way to close the evening out than with that. Josh, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Kevin, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys and the leadership that you provide to us as team members for this organization. So, hey, get back down there. Maybe challenge him to game number 2, best of 3. And there you have it. That's a wrap on the 13th annual Satellites Unlimited Oscars. We want to congratulate all of our lead dogs out there, all the winners from 2024. And until next time, remember, if you're not the lead dog, the view never changes.